Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming. I'm Dell and the game is From the Depths again. We'll be going into the single player campaign and carrying on with a couple of little battles. Made a few ship changes which I will first of all apply and then see you at the map once we're either ready to fight and show you what changes I've made. See you in a little bit. Hello and welcome to the map, and the situation at the moment is as we left it, this Onyx Watch fleet here had decided to try and take on this recon balloon. So we have our Raytheon fleet heading to resolve that conflict and take them out. Then we can move that little recon balloon. We've there again doing the same with this little Force 39 trying to attack this recon balloon here. So we're most probably going to have to take the Raytheon fleet into this area to basically resolve this situation before it gets there. But first of all, what we will do is we'll do the Raytheon fleet first, but I'm going to start moving the Aquanaut fleet in to the 89, see if it can take on both of these areas, and we'll see what happens. So we're gonna, let's see, we'll send him down here. Yes, well, we'll do something like that, see what that does. Right, first of all, let's see if we can get this one into combat as a priority, because this one is overhanging and we need to get the Raytheon fleet back again to ensure we get enough points to ensure we get more points in each time. I've also well, force points is the word I was looking for. I've done a few testing on the speed of the system, and there's two areas I have been able to improve it a little bit with some sacrifices. There's two areas which are important. One is the block count. Now, when I started this campaign, I said I'd want maximum number of blocks, and I don't mind slow battles, which is true. I want big battles, and I'm hoping that eventually it will work multi-core and it'll run all much better, and we won't have to worry about big battles. So, sorry, it's slowing down for big battles. And we have another aggressive one coming into this area. We don't need a few fleets here. I've also found there was in the options there is a minimum FPS. Although it won't keep to that minimum FPS, it does make it run smoother, although effectively slows the game down. So I've set that as high as possible, so I can still look at the game, although everything will move slowly. I will also, if a battle's seeming to be just dragging on, I will stop it and then just bring it back for the moment nearer the end once we've had a resolution, unless there's some interesting ships. If there's some interesting ships going on, then I may leave it running, but we'll see how that pans out. This particular fleet, this particular first one, small, I might run it all the way through because it's a quick little battle and it's interesting. The big battle over here with an 89 and potentially the 39 here is going to be a big slogging match. So I'm more akin to just letting that start it and then just come back in once we've after we've seen the first what ships are in the battle and seen the first engagements. Stop it once it becomes a slogging match. Okay. Some changes I've made to ships. I made some changes to the Leviathan, but we'll go through that when we see the ship. The other change is to the long-running battle to try and get the skate rays working. So I have gone with their basic problem. We didn't have a morning. Is this morning or coming up for evening? We'll have to go with it, I think. I've gone with the basic issue they have. Oh, it's nighttime. We'll wait for nighttime to pass. Of trying to jump out of the water, and thought, why fight it? Let's just go for it. So we're going to see how that pans out. What I will do here is get off them. We will get our force aimed at his fleet. Looks like they have some big sailing ship and something else. So this will be a reasonable test for all our forces. So it's coming up for morning. We'll wait for some a little bit better timing, and then we'll see how this will go. So Stingray and Manta Rays are still the same as they were. Good little all-round fighters. Stingray big gun, Manta Rays slightly smaller gun but faster firing. So they almost act. Also the Manta Rays now have that slightly changed to keep them further away, rather than previously they were getting a little too close to the action. Okay, we have morning. I'd like a little bit more. Let's just make sure it's a good morning. Okay, that should be good enough to see this fleet. So let us bring the fleet in and see what we get. A little bit of lag obviously whilst everything spawns in, which is sort of allowable. Now I'll use one of the nice little tricks Scroty came up with of moving around and using the binoculars. So yes, we have that, and that looks like a Bailey for Constitution, and a Meridian, plus a small ship in the back. Okay, so what do we have? We have our Stingray interface off. Now, so for the Rays, they were always trying to jump out of the water. So I thought, let's just go with that. So they are my first Atlantis flying ships. So I've taken the basic Ray, put enough basic jets on them to make them pop out of the water and stay airborne. They are an unstable ship, is the best way I can put it, really. What I mean by that is they fly somewhat erratically. At the moment I've started them off heading away, and I'm hoping they will turn around. This will be a test for them, so they can gain some height and then come back into the attack. The Stingray and the Manta Ray can take the first hits and dish out the first part of the damage, and then the Rays, new flying Rays, can come in afterwards. So are you turning? Yes, they are turning. Obviously, as you can see, the game is a little slow, but we are able to move around. One of them went into the water. Now they do get out of the water themselves. I've worked on the AI and control blocks to allow them to get out of the water if they do go in. So I'm just waiting to see whether the idea of starting them facing backwards was a good idea. It may not have been. Let's get down here a little bit. Right, we have lots of torpedoes and missiles and cannon fire. Now, you know, I bet I'm controlling the guns. Hang on a second. Interface back. Oh no. The Stingray's guns is deciding not to fire though. That's interesting. He is on combat. Yes, he is on combat. Have I mucked something up there? I'll go and have a check why the Stingray's gun should be able to... it's got stuck. It's got stuck on something. It can't turn. It's just enough that to stop it hitting it. Right, so what we're going to have to do, I think, is take off that, and you see it was able to turn. So that was just stopping its 360 turn. Okay, we'll go with that. That's not going to be big problem for it. So this is a problem I noticed with cannons, with turrets. They don't decide, oh, I'm blocked this way, I'll turn the opposite way round. When you're designing and building turrets, you effectively have to design them to have a 360-degree turn. Otherwise, freely turn, you know, otherwise they just won't sort themselves out automatically. I don't think even giving them a limited angles will work, because that won't define their turning, that will only define their firing arc. Right, now where are my stingrays? How freaking far away have they gone? They've gone quite a way away, but they are coming back in. Maybe I need to start them maybe not quite so far away. But hey, you know, I didn't want them trying to take off against a big fleet straight ahead, so this is working. So, okay, we're getting some damage in. Let's go and have a look at our enemy. It's only a load of sailing ships, so this shouldn't take too long. It's more a matter of sheer volume of damage here rather than interface off. Sheer volume, sheer amount of damage required to take these ships out rather than them being actually any danger to us. This, I'm pretty sure it's a Constitution. It looks like a, yeah, all those guns there, that looks definitely like a Constitution. It's steadily getting taken out quite nicely. And this, I'm sure it was a Meridian or maybe an SN. But again, if I got in broadside range of that, I'd be less than happy, to say this. Okay, we do have. Looks like we have some. Finally, the rays coming back in. Are they actually coming back in? Is this heading this way? Let's see if are their ranges actually getting smaller. Yes, this one here is coming back in. There is one which has decided to go just, I don't know. Oh, he is getting closer, but he did go out a long way. Now we'll have to change those. But the others are coming back in now for this for their pass now. So the first part of the engagement has gone through. I'll start them instead of heading directly backwards. Maybe next time I'll start them sort of heading out, maybe 45 degrees, you know, to the sides, to each side, or maybe 45 degrees in the sides, so that they're not immediately in combat, but they will at least not go quite so far away. So let's see, the Red Manta, and there we have one of our ships coming in over on this on the flank. Let's see if we can get out. In fact, let's just see if we can go to one of the forces. Let's see which is the closest one. Come here. Well, actually, this one looks. I think it's firing its missiles, which is good. Little screenshot there. So it has some missiles, the same on the top, and I've taken off the torpedo element of the missiles, so they are now just generally missiles, except for the front twos in the front sponsons. I've made them still a hybrid, so if they don't make the range and they decide to go into the water, they will still try and attack the ship. Nice little shot of my new flying ray. They are fairly quick, so we can make a little squadron of these, maybe a little ray squad, the flying squadron. Good for these. Got to go and blockade a group of ships, like we've had to do here. They'll be able to move around the fleet a lot quicker. So as you can see, I didn't make much to it. It's also, this hasn't got any alloy. This is mainly made from metal still, so we're fairly much, you know, flying through brute force of engines rather than anything really nice, I've got to say, which is not great, but it works. So hopefully he's going to start turning in the opposite direction. This is as I say, they are unstable, so they tend to not just fly in a straight line. They tend to do rough circles, a lot of circling. Now that's intentional, because what they have is some top launch missiles which just should, once they're in range, as they circle around, just keep on piling out missiles coming down on the targets. So we have the flying rays are now actually all coming in, which is cool. We are now just slugging away at them. All the ships are firing. Stingrays are over there firing. The manta rays are getting a little close still. I thought I had adjusted them, but maybe they're having a problem turning. They are turning away now. We'll have a look, see what the it's going for a left broadside. And where's the red manta? Well, he's going for a left broadside. Okay, maybe their broadsides are a little. So I think their broadsides were. Oh, okay. What was the range? They're saying they're. Let's try that again. Black manta, which is that one over there. It's saying here's 300 meters away. So. Still think they're getting a little close. I'll have to have a look at them again if I get a chance. Here's one of the mantas coming in closer. Hopefully we'll see his top firing, just see his top firing missiles coming off now. So did a little bit of experimentation. So they've got a delayed action engines. So basically they fire out the top, should point towards a target, whatever target is close enough for them, and then after a few seconds they'll engage their engines and head for the target. That's the plan, and in this case I think that's worked quite nicely. You can see he's dropped his 6 missiles out the top, and now they're all they all started to point. Now that's from use not of a one turn, but I used the augmented guidance, and that seems to work in that case. If you put an augmented and a one turn together, they do some weird things, so it's best to go one or the other. I'm doing some missile testing separately actually, and we'll have a look at it. Now it looks like that one has taken a bit of damage there, but we'll let him go on. So yep, those missiles are coming in quite nicely. Quick screenshot there. And he's trying to fire at some of the flying rays, but he's not going to succeed. So okay, has this also launched his missiles? So yes, you can see another set of 6 missiles. We've got a lot of explosions and items coming up here now, so it's gone a bit slow. And he's launching his 6 missiles as well, so we should have a whole barrage of missiles heading in soon. Oh, looks like he has taken a bit of damage. Or oh no, it's because I'm looking at him sideways. So we looks like this SN or Meridian is getting some serious damage. Looks like the Manta has got a bit close to this Constitution, so it's now firing with his batteries. So we'll have to have a look at that. The Stingray is staying quite nicely far away. All of these missiles up here are now targeting. Hopefully they should start their engines and then suddenly jump in and attack. So okay, our flying rays are working. just slow at the moment due to the amount of explosions happening. But I am able to move around with the screen, which is the important part. So I'm still able to capture everything. It's just a little slow. As I say, the option is to speed up, but it becomes less frames per second, but or even less than it is now. But the battle would get resolved quicker. Okay, I think this one is just about over. We have got one other ship over, enemy ship that's needs to be taken out over here. But I think we will now stop this one and bring you back just when it has finished, just confirming all the action. Once they maybe start taking on this particular one on his own and the other two, the sailing ships, I think once they start disintegrating, the system will just pick up a lot more. It just doesn't, so many blocks on the screen, all those physics, because I think the way it must work, every block has to have its physics worked or something, I don't know, but seems to be very slow with this number of ships at any one time. So we'll come back when there's just this, what is this, Telemachus, etc. So, see you in a little while. Welcome back. The Telemachus here is being nicely blown up now, and it's the last real enemy ship that's of any danger. The other two are now just about destroyed. We're waiting for them to disintegrate automatically. So I thought I'd bring back the video now, just to see the last, hopefully the last death throes as the flying rays come in against the Telemachus. Our flying rays have done quite well for their first battle. They're not ideal, to say the least. They've taken no damage. I think primarily against these cannon ships they're quite good. Maybe if there is a glaive or something that has got some air-to-air, we might have a bit more problem. But for the moment, these do the job. They're not that expensive as well in the whole resource point system. Only about 90,000 points, which is about the same as the SEAL, one of our subs. Could be a little cheaper, and we'll see how it goes. Right, so come on, we're just going to wait for them to destruct. Welcome back, and it looks like most of their ships are now disintegrated. Finally, took them a little while, and guessing we've most probably won this one. Yeah, didn't come up with the win emblem. Sometimes does that, strangely, maybe because of the interface, but we did finally win. Let's have a look at our forces, see if there's anything. One Manta did get a little bit damaged, but nothing too bad. Right, we'll bring our forces out of play. Everything that is not damaged we will bring back out. The flying rays, I'm happy with the way the flying rays worked. Obviously that starting position, once they did get into the battle, they did actually very well. Circled around, kept on firing missiles, and did what I wanted of them, which is excellent. Exactly what was intended. Right, I need to get the... What I'm going to do is quickly sort out, ready for next battle, is this the formation. Right, so let's see, where have we got? Black Manta, what's that coming? That's the Red Manta coming into there. So, Flying Ray, let's see, you So if I can get you, right, you're going to go out. When you start, you're going to start flying up that way. You're going to start flying out about 45 degrees. You'll start 45 degrees that way, and you go sideways that way when you start. Okay, so it's a new thing. They will go about sideways, they'll go slightly and then should curl round, so but not quite so just straight backwards. Okay, let's have a look at the map situation. Right, we will get the Raytheon fleet back into our main area. We might use them to take out this 54, I've got a feeling. So we will make them head this way. Over here we have these two big fleets coming in. We're going to go for this number 39 here first, I think. We already have started it. I think we will potentially do that in the second video. So just to split this up into two quick half-hour videos rather than one longer 50-minute video, which is a little too much. So for the moment, I will see you in the next episode. Please click the like if you like the video. Please comment if you think I should show all of the battle. Comments. You only missed about 10 minutes, I guess. 10 minutes. It was maybe 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes, and then that fleet was destroyed. So you got most of it. I just cut out the really boring bit once it was just pounding away at them. So let me know, and I will see you in the next video once this fleet is ready to attack. Until then, have fun.